I noted your ghost wards with some interest.
Ghost wards, an interesting name. I call them sanctifiers, a name more palatable to my flock.
Why did you not use them in New Eden when the curse began?
It was more complicated to convince the whole congregation of the necessity to use magic. Here, people have more trust in my unmovable probity.
This requires a great deal of occult knowledge. Where did you learn your craft?
Etienne Roulet, one of the greatest demonologists of our time, is a good friend of mine. I improved upon his work.
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
Okay. If I'm so wrong, pretty much, and he's at the abandoned house for what? Why is he at the abandoned house? What's the reason why he's at the abandoned house? What you just said doesn't make any sense. That brother should not be at no abandoned house for what? What is he at the abandoned house for? What's he doing there? Pretty much. He's doing some shit that you basically ain't paying attention to. That parenting. I'm not even a parent, but I know that's bad. I know that's super bad. That's to the point like that. My son's doing something curious, but I don't care what he's doing. Pretty much, but he ain't doing what you think he's doing. What? 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 Make that make sense. Make that make sense. The brother said, he said, what he just said out his mouth. And it's like the main thing that basically just blown my mind is what you can say right after that. You're not doing what you think you're doing, but you're wrong. You're what? I'm wrong? But what? What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about? Please elaborate. What am I wrong? What am I wrong about? I'm trying to get a little bit of gameplay of this before I leave the house because it'll be 66 for me. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play over my sister's house. Which I did do over there before the workout.
He was quick to condemn until it was his own son on the block.
Move this camera over a little bit so I can see where I'm going at, bro. So let's move it over.
Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
That's true. He's over here, right? It's abandoned house. It's like right over here.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits.
Oh, okay.
Watch out. We made it angry.
Here?
I have another in sight. You shouldn't stay in there.
Mystic stuff over here.
One of
Ain't no
these
way.
must be Lammy's
Unless I'm
hideaway.
gonna do something. Divine. Divine. The main source. Right here. That.
Something has me. Wards.
It works. The sun. I don't shoot. It's that though. Oh, do I have to shoot it out here?
Sharpshooter.
Years of practice.
Okay.
I am warded. I cannot.
Got it.
Stay down.
Damn.
Limey, you here?
Door's blocked on the other side.
You were studying botany. Why botany?
Botany.
The scientific study of plants, including their physiology, structure, genetics, ecology, distribution, classification, and economic importance.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never knew what that mean. Never knew what that mean. Seen you in school so many damn times. What the hell do that mean? Maybe. Oh, man. He set traps and shit. Okay. But yeah, wolf was basically experimenting on wolves and shit.
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Alright, man, I'm gonna check the map out. I don't know how to read no damn maps. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how to read no damn map.
Arrowloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He talks once more of a mill. I guess we found him. Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Where's it at? Okay. Damn it. It's no traveling. Alright. So
Reinforcements!
Run, Red! I have another in sight. Spectre, going for a meat suit. Think you could take on a ghost?
By a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure.
Ricky got some trash. Do you go downstairs and get my trash bag, my bag into the bathroom?
Really? Yeah. Sure.
Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
Oh, I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean. Oh, the girls were furious.
Yes, but they weren't hungry.
You're done.
Move, Red.
It's like this spectral nest is just waiting for my intervention.
Corrito Scal. They brought more friends.
Can I join in too?
Have a bit of it. Have some of this. Piss off. Try this on your size.
It's about to shoot.
For you. Never mind. I'll do this myself.
Is it just me or...
I felt it too. Go.
Watch out. Spectre possession. They never learn, do they?
What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aranu, whatever that is. Otherwise, terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and wild guess.
Watch out. We made it angry. Think you could take on a ghost?
That's not...
kind of like this game because basically on it, basically watch the TV show Supernatural, just in a different era. Right.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside?
A safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace. Ghost wards cannot manifest.
That's why it's so fascinating. I just basically paid them no mind, so I said, okay. They left me alone.
Sorry, not this time.
It's long. I hear it, but nope. I hear that. That's my
Something's here.
Hidden.
So,
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
look for it first. What the fuck with y'all? Something that you do. Yes, I bet this is something to shoot at. I hear it, but
Thank you.
Anytime.
I know.
Oh, there.
it's another one.
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Looks like Lamy was trying to translate some sort of ritual.
Not any ritual. This is the Lesser Palingenesis.
I guess no one warned Lamy that grimy reincarnation rituals were not without risk. This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lamy's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
Oh, so
He
he's
doesn't
trying to
speak well of his dad.
So he's going against his father, pretty much. His father basically didn't want to do it or
Did he
something.
seek power? Was he hoping to step out of his father's shadow?
If he did, he went the wrong way about it.
Yes, he
We
did.
need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
So is it? Should be cool. Alright, man. Ooh-wee. Let's go up there then. Hold up.
Red, come look.
Let's see.
Should be useful. That book again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex?
More magic muckery. Not necromancy, though. He tried to hide his presence from something dangerous. Something related to the Agrippa.
The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to. And the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Oh, there, corrupted weeds. Hell's balls. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
house.
Get to the pillars first.
I'm releasing this. I can handle this somehow.
It's coming for you.
You got this. Time for me to shine. I have to do this myself.
Destroy the pillars before anything else. Time to release these poor souls.
When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. You need to see this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the soul's vigilance? I can't remove it. It slips through my fingers.
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do.
I know how to do that. It's good thing. What about that?
Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. I mean, can't be far.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
How you put these damn things over here where God, I'm not gonna ask questions. I am not.
Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
Much better. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Larsen left.
Don't let it crush you.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Just got stuck in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Oh, plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual. Not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I'm a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, More so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where? I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them, the very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring, until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
Confusion, paralysis. Can you tell me more?
I felt my movement slowing, my thinking too. Space seemed to thicken. But wait, what if it was not space thickening, but time slowing? In recent months, many in New Eden have spoken of similar feelings, of lost time, hours untrackable, days passing unremembered. Who knows how the Araloo disturbs the minds and bodies of women and men? Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Aralu is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
And we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really. I don't know if the paralysis and confusion applies to me, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Well, not pleasant at all.
Wards, think you can fend for yourself? I am warded. I cannot. Sorry, not this time.
Got it.
I can manifest now.
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be, then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. I feel a draft.
From the invisible. Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money. And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite. Perhaps a reward's here to counter the curse.
Well now, I'm honored.
Perhaps a reward's here to counter the curse.
Well now, I'm honored. Much better.
Another ward. This one looks intact.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body. I love doing that.
Expected no less from you, Mrs. Gibbs.
They never learn, do they? You're welcome. Watch out. We made it angry. Not today. Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
There we go. That's it.